Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 127 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And today we have two huge games in the league. It is away to Arsenal, but before that at home to Manchester United, and games that they're really, if you look at the rest of the run in, Everton aside, our last real threat of drop points. I mean, obviously you can drop points any time, but games that you sort of pencil in as tough. So before we get to those, let's have a look back at how we did on our trip to Fulham. Marin used his body well to get free of his man before finding Silla to smash in the opening goal. A blocked Kostic shot fell to Almeida inside the box, and he took his chance well to double our lead before half-time. And Marin capped off the scoring with a beautiful free kick. So there we go, a really, really good performance away from home. Silla got the opening goal. Almeida, who's been complaining about first-team football, we gave him a game. I said, you need to score more goals for me, mate. And he did just that, which was good stuff. Marin with a wonderful free kick. That was really a nice one around the wall, wasn't it? So job done there. We dominated the game. We deserved to win. It was a really, really good result. And if we look at the league table, you can see we have a game in hand. Even with that game in hand, we're still 7 points clear. So if we get 6 points out of today's episode, I think we're unofficial Premier League champions for a fourth time at that point, because that would be quite the gap for everybody else to overhaul. Everton, as it says, is really only our last tough run of our last tough game after these two here. And even then, Arsenal and Manchester United aren't in the best form this season either. So let's not waste any time. Let's go and have a look at what we're expecting here from Manchester United. And you will see we are the favourites for this game. Now, they do have a new manager. It's Massimiliano Allegri. I don't know why I stumbled over his name there for a second. He's only just come in the job, so we don't really know what we're going to get here from him, which is a little bit annoying, to be honest. But he's an adventurous playing mentality, a standard playing style. We can see that's how they played last time against Stoke. He would have been in charge for this game, I believe. So we could probably suspect we're going to face something similar. Have a look at the team that we're sending out, and this is it. There we go. It's Malihero in goal. Now, the reason that he's playing in goal is because Mosley's picked up a bit of an injury, which isn't ideal, obviously. Now, we do have some fatigued players ahead of this one as well, so that's why it's a heavily rotated team, really. So it's going to be Beck, Rodrigo, Thor, and Fiorini as a back four. AR comes in to protect them with Grealish and Silla in midfield. We don't see them together often. I'm hoping for some fireworks in there today. It's going to be Rashid and Marin down the wings with the Lab up top, because he's the freshest striker we have. So even though it's a rotated team, it is still a decent team. We can see the way they're lining up, different to what we were necessarily expecting. They have good players, so it does worry me a little bit with Mourinho gone. If they have good attacking players. So let's say we'll go out there and impress me, please, boys. Some calm, we have faith, and yeah, let's just see how we do. It's one of these sort of annoying fixtures that's come up where we don't really know what to expect, and just the way that the fixtures have worked and the way that we've been playing players. And there's been an international break as well, which hasn't helped. So yeah, it's not ideal to have a rotated team against someone like this where we're not completely not convinced or sure what we're going to get. So hopefully we'll do okay here at home. You'd like to think we could win. Would probably be okay with a draw the way things are shaping up. It's a good ball from Marin. He dinks one into the back post. Rashid is there. Rashid. Oh, it's horrible goalkeeping, but he's got away with it, Kepa. And there we go. It was never going to go over the line. Has anybody had one of those yet that's actually been a goal? I don't know of anybody that I've seen that has said that they've had one that's gone in. It's something I really would like to see fixed for FM20. Let's give it another get creative here. That and actual talks so you kind of know what you're going to get, because it just seems like I just hit get creative or demand more and then just kind of hope. The other ones I don't even know what they do, to be honest. All right, Grealish for Silla. What can Alpha do? Alpha Silla! Oh, he's put it just past the post. I've become so used to those ones just ending in the back of the net, but not quite on that occasion for Mr. Silla. Another get creative here. Hasn't been a heavy on highlight sort of game, but the highlights we have seen have been ours, so that's promising. But coming into the break here, it's going to end 0-0, and I'd like to think we were maybe the better team there, but we need to do a little bit more as well, don't we? Let's try and fire him up. Backup goalkeepers hasn't had much to do, which is probably good. He's still a really good goalkeeper, don't get me wrong. I can't remember if I've showed you his attributes in a while. He's the Portuguese national goalkeeper, so he's back up for us, but he is by no means, a weak link. Casey back with a nice tackle there. It's good to see You know, it shows how far we've come, really, when we have the likes of Casey back that can come into a game like this and just look at home. Here we go with Rashid. What can he do? It goes over for Casey back. Can he get a quality ball? And he's not a bad crosser. He's done really, really well there. Cross comes in. It's there. It's a goal for Rashid. 30 seconds into the second half. And Casey back. Strength, determination, and a little bit of class at the end. And Rashid he's just bullied a header in, hasn't he? Good ball out there. Look at this from Casey back. This was just a little bit of determination. Straight past Bailey. Might have actually nutmegged him there. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just skill. No determination needed. And Rashid with a really good header at the end of it. His 14th of the year. What a signing Rashid has been for us. Let's demand a little bit more. And we come straight back. Come on, boys. Can we light up this second half? Another ball in for Rashid again. And this one's just over. Casey back and Rashid are just toying with that Manchester United back line right now. Excellent stuff. All right, we've got to keep our heads though. It is just the one goal. Is this going to be a Manchester United highlight? Delit out there for Leon Bailey. Bailey goes a bit too far, but that's gone flying past the post. No dangers there. If he wants to shoot like that, he can shoot all day. And I was going to show you our backup goalkeeper, wasn't I? There you go. You can see he's absolute quality. There's nothing wrong with that. Thor! Off the post. Outside of the post. Yeah, so our backup's very, very good. And we have our third choice keeper. It's just as good, to be fair. We have 3 really, really good goalkeepers. And we have some more youngsters coming through that are Premier League quality as well. So, goalkeeping is not something we have to worry about at Aston Villa. Here we go with Silla. He's got himself a little bit of space. He goes out for Fiorini. He's been quiet so far, Fiorini. Gets a cross in, back post. Marin's there, and Marin makes it 2-0. 14th of the year for him now as well. We've just gone the opposite fullback to the opposite winger, and we've doubled the lead. Excellent stuff. Let's give them a concentrate. Just make sure we don't celebrate too much. But we're killing them in wide areas, aren't we? Look, decent ball in from Fiorini, and Marin, he's not going to miss that, is he? He's been an absolute star for us. So there we go. 2-0. Hopefully that's job done. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves too much here, but here we go with Grealish. Knocks in another good ball. Another headed away, though. Silla is out there for Rashid. Oh, he tried to bend one. We have missed a lot of chances. Shooting from the edge of the area, I guess, you know, you're not going to score them every time, but I'd like to think we do a little bit. Now, Grealish has picked up a knock, a tight calf. We're not going to muck around with that. We have Turpey on the bench. You can come straight in. Now, can Turpey play as a Mazzella? He can, more or less, so we'll keep Silla going in his role. Hopefully that won't be too serious for Jack Grealish. If we got him off quick enough, it should be fine. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to turn full attention to Arsenal away yet, but we should have the likes of Leroy should be fit for that. We should be able to bring Chris Hughes back in as well. So it should be okay. Oh, this is a little bit of danger. Good save by the young keeper. Excellent stuff, mate. When called upon, he's come up big for us there. Now we need to concentrate from the corner. No, we don't, because there's no highlight there. Let's give it a demand more. And we'll give them a little bit of praise, perhaps, as the final shout. Labs had a bit of a quiet game. I'm wondering if we're... I can't think who I have on the bench now. It's there for Silla. Have it, mate. Silva! Oh, Alpha Silla. Number 9 for him. He is coming along so well. Fiorini with his second assist of the game after I said he was having a quiet one. And we'll give them some praise now because they've earned that. Alpha Silla. It wasn't the cleanest strike. It looked like the goalkeeper got a hand to it. Maybe he was screened a little bit. No, keeper should have got that. Someone of Kepa's ability you'd expect to do a lot better. But that's okay with us. Silla with his 9th. We have Enrique on the bench. No, we want to save those 2, I think. Keep them fresh. Here we go again. Can we put 4 past Manchester United? Lab this time with the cross. It's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. Hold down, rugby tackle style, and Rashid's going to brush himself off. And, well, we've seen him miss more penalties than he's taken, I think. So, let's see what he can do here. Oh, he snuck that one through. He doesn't send the keeper the wrong way, does he? He's really not a good penalty taker. But Rashid gets his 15th of the year. Well done to him. We'll give him a little bit more praise. And it's 4-0 against Manchester United. Massimegro Allegri, I tell you what, bring back Mourinho. There we go. 15th goal for him. What a performance this has been. He's looking tired, Fiorini, but we'll leave him out there for now. Yeah, mostly because the people on the bench I want to use against Arsenal, so I don't just sort of keep them fresh. There's no point bringing them on at 4-0. Can we make it 5? I don't think we can. We've got about 20 seconds to go here. AR. It's had a decent game in there, AR, hasn't it? We haven't seen much of Manchester United, and that's usually down to a strong performance from your DM. Is anything else going to happen? Looks like it's an end the game highlight here. Villa fans in full voice celebrating the win, and what a win it's been. 4-0 against Manchester United, albeit they're 7th in the league this year, having a poor season, but some of the names there, they're still a good team. But that's absolutely stunning. They're not as good as us, that's for sure. That is a massive, massive step towards the league championship as well. We've done really, really well there. Don't get complacent, boys. But job done. So Grealish, it's just a day or 3, so that's fine for him. He might even be fit for Arsenal. We'll sort of keep track of that. Rashid was absolutely brilliant again. A penalty and a head-up. Not really what you want from your winger, but we'll take it. And if we look at what that does for the league table so far, Manchester City, we're 10 points clear now with, 7 games to go. Liverpool had game in hand. They still have games in hand, so they could potentially go to, 68. So we're potentially 9 points ahead of them. But they've got to go and win those games yet. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We go to Arsenal, and we can all but clinch the title in that game. Okay, welcome back. We go off to Arsenal with a chance, as I said, to essentially wrap up the league title here. We could go 10 points clear of City. Arsenal are still there or thereabouts because they do have 2 games in hand on us. So if they were to win there, still have a game in hand, or still have 2 games in hand on us, that could get a little bit, not close, but, could get, it's not close, is it really? Look how far behind they are. But we want to win this game. Now, let's have a look what we're up against here. Luis Enrique is their manager. They're an adventurous passing mentality. Now, remember that Enrique's their striker is rapid and has to have a decent record against us, so we've done okay against him lately. This is what we're expecting. They push right up the pitch, so we might be able to get in behind them, perhaps. Passing network there and their key passes all in and around the area. Now, that bearing in mind, we're going to try and play a high line here. Because they're a passing team, it does leave us exposed to Enrique's over the top, but I'm hoping that that's not the way they play, so we should be fine. So we're going to go with Malahiro in goal again. Gaz Mosley, where is he here? He's didn't really come up yet. He's still a bit injured, so he did fine last time, I thought, so we'll leave him in for this one. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Forster, and Kostic. We have plenty of pace in our back line, so I'm hoping that will negate, because Rodrigo's not the slowest, as you know, he's fine. Hoping that'll negate any risk of Enrique's over the top. Tonali comes in with Silla and Leroy in midfield. It's Rashid and Rodrigo down the wings. It's Chris Hughes up top. Come on, boys, come on. So we're matching up man for man, it looks like, here in terms of formation. What do we want to say? Go out there and prove a point. We've been on a good run. Go out there and impress me, boys. Just go out there and impress me. You don't have to prove a point. You've just got to go out there and play your game. So yeah, this is a big game. I mean, really, this is Arsenal. Well, it's not their season. They'll still be fighting for top 4. But if they have any desires of winning the league, they have to beat us today. So there's a part of me that was tempted to sit back and play him on the counter attack. As I've said before, I don't necessarily know how to set up a team that well to do that, so I'm not going to. But just the fact that they're so high up the pitch, we could sit back, try and stop them from playing, and then look to hit them on the break. If there was ever a game I was going to do it in, this would be the one, I think. Or against Mourinho teams where I just try and out Mourinho, and I tend to not do that very well in any case. So far, so good here. Not very much in way of highlights. It looks like they've had the better of the game. Silla may have picked up a little bit of a knock there. We do have Enrique on the bench. Is kind of his backup. One piece of bad news since last game is Lee Hendry, as he's injured himself. He's out. It's relatively serious. It's 3 or 4 months. I forget what the exact injury was. But yeah, it's not that the injuries are good, but it's a bad one. So that's essentially his season, unfortunately, which is a real disappointment. We'll just yell at them, tell them they haven't been good enough, and we'll get back out there. Truth be told, I mean, 0-0 isn't the worst result for us here. Well, 0-0 is not a good result, but is a draw a worse result for us? Possibly not. We've got a chance here with Kostic on the overlap. We started against Manchester United the second half well, but not on this occasion. Let's give it a show some passion, perhaps. It's not Silla's best game. I do wonder if we need to change something here. Tonali's not going to quite get to that. Can we block the cross here? We've got men around the ball, but it hasn't really done us any good. This is a little bit worrying here. A little bit of too much space. It's bounced around. Oh, it's a cracking tackle. But is it going to be enough? It is going to be enough. I don't know who it was. It was probably Forster, I think, judging on the side of the defence it was on. But a cracking block, slide, tackle thing that has probably kept these scores level. This second half isn't really starting well for us, is that we might need to look to change something here. Everton goes on a run in there for Enrique's, and he has now scored against us. That has been coming, hasn't it? We'll give it a show some... what do we say to this? Maybe a demand more. We don't really need to see it again. We're going to make some changes, though, because it's not working. What we might do, let's go with a number 10. We've come out here, and we haven't looked good. Tonali's not having a good game. Is that what I saw there? No, who's not having... Silla's not having a good game. So, what do we do? Okay, we can put Leroy over there. This works. We can do that. We can stick Enrique up there. We'll play Enrique as the advanced playmaker on attack. We'll stick Leroy back to his Mazzella role. Attack's probably a little bit Oh, we're behind. Only live once. So let's do that. Let's just make sure everything here is still fine. We're going to need to be more expressive. We're going to want to up the pace. Let's go a little bit wider as well. We want to counter press because they're a passing team. We want to... Let's stick with the high line. Let's get stuck in as well. Let's F them up. All right. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We need to improve, don't we? We haven't been good so far. And work to do here for the keeper. Oh, he's not covered himself in glory there, but he got the job done. He kept it out. Can we launch a counter-attack? Here we go with Rodrigo. He spreads it. It's a good ball for Kosic. What's Kosic doing up there? He finds... We're all out of position here. Leroy, not the best cross, but you wouldn't necessarily expect that from a defensive midfielder. Decent save, wasn't it? He kept it out. That is the main thing. Let's get creative here. Come on, boys. Come on. Chris Hughes isn't having a great game either. Rashid's having a bad day. Let's bring Marin on for him. And we've got one more sub we can make. Looking at Brian Carlos, I'm not sure I trust him to get a goal for us. We'll give it a little bit more time here. Give it a push forward. What else can we do? Do we want to go back to passing into space, perhaps? We'll try. We're getting increasingly desperate here, aren't we? Here we go, Rodrigo for Enrique. It's a decent ball for Nepo, is it? He keeps it in, nicely done. Cross comes in. It's there for Marin. Oh, it's bouncing around. Oh, it's offside. Oh, maybe he was. Off the Marin header, he may have been in front. We will get another look at it. I think he was, in hindsight. Oh, it's close, but he is offside. Unlucky. All right, come on, boys. Come on. Let's keep pushing forward here. We've got work to do. Let's defend it, go up the other end. Defend it, go up the other end. Can we get a block in here? Everton's done quite well to get round a man there, making himself some space. And Reeks, it's there for Tonali. All right, he's lumped it clear. We've got no one there, though. Come on, boys. Can we get to that? We can. Nepo's there. He had more time than that. That wasn't really what we needed, mate. 5 minutes to go here. Oh, it's a good tackle from Nepo. Made up for it there. All right, Enrique. What can he do? We know he's got quality. Come on. Come on, mate. Come on. He threads a pass. It's found its way through for Marin. Is he onside? He's not. He did look offside, to be fair. I don't even think it was close in the end. No, oh, yeah, it's not even close. Did the defender play that ball? Desperate. Let's clutch at straws. Come on, boys. Demand more. Keep going for it here. Keep going for it. We haven't looked good, and we're going to lose. Well, win one, lose one. That wasn't really the performance. We've looked a lot better when we put the number 10 in, though, haven't we? Maybe we should have done that from the start. I've been a little bit too conservative here, and it's cost us. But yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. We didn't really. I mean, 2 goals disallowed, but they were both offside, so we can't really complain about it. But we'll stick to that. Oh, we had 2 goals disallowed. To get stuck in really worked, didn't it? Look at that. So Silla out for a day or two. That's fine. He'll be back relatively quickly. If we have a look at what all that means to the league table, I mean, it's 6 games to go, 7 points clear. It does just let Liverpool and them back in. They could both, in theory, go 70, 71 points, but that's still 6-7 points ahead. So with 6 games to go, I'd like to think that it's not going to make a difference. But that's it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, one good game, one not so good game, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I think what we'll do, is we'll come back next time and I think we might do the Celtic doubleheader. We'll make it a Celtic special. And then we can kind of go from there, see how the league's shaping up. Yeah, I don't think, with the way the league's shaping up, I don't think Wolves away is a particularly important game. We've seen them before in the derby. West Brom's a big one, isn't it? That's all for next time, guys. It'll be a Celtic special in the Champions League quarter-final. Until then, open Aussie Villa, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.